Being in foster care is not easy. You don't feel understood, you don't feel acknowledged, you don't feel loved. It's a mixture of not having and wanting so much, but you've never had what you haven't had, so you don't know what to want. You just don't want to be picked on and don't want to have people being mean to you for stuff that you can't control.
I say that children in foster care are the invisible children of our communities, because if it doesn't directly affect you, it's not a problem. But it's a huge problem. Across the state of North Carolina, we have 11,000 children that are in foster care.
The mission of Least of These Carolinas is to impact the quality of life for children in foster and kinship care. Lots of times when you come into care, you don't have anything. And so our first point of contact is usually that bag of hope.
A bag of hope is a black duffel bag that we will have a child's name embroidered on it. Children often move home to home with their belongings in black trash bags, so we're trying to erase that stigma. So now they get their personalized duffel bags that they can fit their belongings in, and it's theirs, it belongs to them.
About 8 years ago, we started a camp called Bridge Camp, and we really are just trying to bridge that gap. So it's children 8 to 18 that are still in school, that are in foster care, or they recently have been adopted from foster care. And what it does for them is it's a community. They build real relationships with their community of people, and we want them to have a community around them.
Every year in August, we have an event we call Shoes of Hope, where kids come to our event and they get to pick out their own shoes, their own backpack, their own socks, their own underwear.
Christmas is a hard time for children in foster care for many reasons. They're used to being with their family, or they're used to being with loved ones. They're not. They're in a strange place. We want to make sure we are planning positive memories. And so when you come to our Christmas event, it's a fun time. In September, we've started asking for their wish list. So when you support a child in foster care through Least of These at Christmas, we've actually given you what they asked for.
I didn't have, new clothes, new shoes. I always had hand-me-downs until the age of 10 when I got my first Hope bag, and it was like, are these mine? They're new, they don't have no stains, and it was just like a bit overwhelming, but a good overwhelming.
Yes, it's impacting the kid, but it has a huge impact on the foster parent with Least of These. You will not regret a penny given. They use every cent for these kids. They will do everything that they can to help.
It's even more about the people doing it than it is about the supplies. The supplies are incredible, but to have the people who are so loving, they know what you're going through.
Everything we do has an impact that we may not even see in this lifetime, but years later, decades later, these young people who were treated with honor and dignity are going to grow up, and they're going to contribute to society, and they're going to impact others, and you can trace it back to that one day where they received a hug and a pair of shoes.
Just knowing that I can share in their victories and make them feel seen and heard. It's amazing.
Everybody can do something. You can volunteer at one of our events. You can go be a counselor at our camp for kids in foster care. You can come to our office and help us do stuff. You can donate. You can pray. You can encourage a social worker. Everybody can do something for kids in foster care, and we're hoping that by providing what Least of These Carolinas does is that we're opening up people's eyes to that. It's not the children's fault that the system is broken, and we have to keep fighting for the kids.